X. No one under 18 admitted.
All right, this is Zombie 2. Take one, Mark. That isn't confusing enough. All right. I'm so bad at starting. I'm bad at a cold open into, jumping into this. Yeah, I thought something was missing. I remember when I just saw this movie the first time. Freaked me out. Just the zombie versus the shark.
Yeah.
You watch it and it's so daring as it's happening in front of you. Like, you really, you can't believe that they just went for that shit, and they just put the ankle weights on this guy and no oxygen tank, nothing. They're like, you just take him off if you need to come up. You just take him off, and don't worry about the shark. Just get up there if you need the air. It's not like you're bleeding or anything. You have blood on you. All right, so Zombie 2 by Lucio Fulci. Big favorite of mine in high school, mostly because of the excellent technical qualities of it, and sort of how it definitely influenced, I think, a huge wave of horror films to follow. So as we know, especially in Italian exploitation films of the 70s, gore and the ever-prevalent and popular giallo films were of a really high demand and produced on the regular. Major contributors to that genre were among directors like Dario Argento, Mario Bava, and of course, Lucio Fulci. Lucio Fulci, not without his list of merits and, excellent films. House by the Cemetery. City of the Living Dead is another one that I do also appreciate by him. Full of really insane and graphic gore effects. If you don't like heavy gore, probably not recommend watching this. But if you are willing to sustain some heavy shock, Lucio Fulci is definitely a good source.
Hey mambo, mambo Italiano, hey hey mambo, mambo Italiano, go go go. You mixed up a Siciliano, all you Calabrese do the mambo like a crazy with the hey mambo. Don't wanna tarantella, hey hey mambo. No more mozzarella, hey mambo, mambo Italiano, try an angelada with the fish bacala and then hey.
So the film starts with a small schooner drifting in the East River. Police go aboard to investigate and they find a zombie aboard. And then essentially a newspaper man and the daughter of a scientist who's gone missing, I believe. They combine forces to try and investigate where the boat came from, and knowing that it may have come from wherever her father may be located, and how it drifted into New York Harbor is a little further. You know what? The Italians really just, they like to be creative and stretch out their imagination and say like, oh, but it happened. Okay, all right, fine. This is the circumstance of the movie. Just deal with it. So we get into the actual thing, and they go into the Caribbean, and they try and find this scientist who's been on this island where there's been a massive infection. And it's not really quite clear what the problem is, but people are coming back from the dead. Now, the local community in this island community, they really do believe that this is a curse and that they're all subject to, what is essentially the end of days for them.
He seemed to be possessed by all the devils in hell.
Ah, ridiculous.
They're making voodoo, I think.
Voodoo? Voodoo won't solve anything.
But doctor, they're afraid. They're very much afraid, these people.
You too. You're afraid, aren't you, Lucas?
Seeing their loved ones come back and all of that is certainly very disturbing. And the film definitely rides on that terror and has an outstanding scene that is very terrifying, perhaps one of the most classic horror film scenes, I think, of the zombie genre, involving a woman being attacked by a zombie invading her bedroom. She puts up an excellent fight, but the problem certainly is just that the zombies are unstoppable, despite the fight she puts up. She loses an eye, to put it very vaguely. Really impressive scene, really terrifying. Definitely worth the cringes. If you really want to get freaked out, this movie's the one to check out. It takes off where George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead left off, and I think it picks up as sort of like a story that happened on the other side of the world, I think is conceptually where Fulci decided to take it during this sort of apocalyptic episode, and seeing how sort of other people have interpreted the apocalypse under these circumstances. Now, whether it tries to act as a quasi-prequel to Dawn of the Dead is debatable, but certainly it has a kinship and appreciation for the Romero Dawn of the Dead, and definitely tries to contribute to that genre and not simply rip off Dawn of the Dead, which I find to be really admirable, and Fulci certainly expressing his most creative and original work among a lot of his other films. You see some rather trademark type zombies, scenes that we've sort of recaptured before in American films, but certainly no lack of thrills and excellent action to boot. A low-budget film, but one that is, I just don't think you can miss because of one simple scene, and that's just 3 words: zombie versus shark. That's it. I don't need to say anymore. Zombie versus shark. Rating. Oh, so I'd give Zombie about a 7.5 out of 10. It's not a great movie. It's really a good movie, though. Definitely full of exciting and interesting things. And as far as Italian films go, I mean, it's just kind of a run-of-the-mill exploitation film, but it's one that really set a bar. It certainly has a really wide cult following, and has its place in history as being one of the video nasties. It was banned in many countries. It's an extreme horror film. It's full of gore, so, be warned. I really do not, mean to put that out there lightly. Not really for kids. Definitely more of like an adult horror, graphic horror film. I'm losing it right now, I think that's it. I think I should stop while I'm ahead.
Do you think you're going?